Yo, people, and welcome to Through a Different Lens podcast. I'm your co-host, Joe.
I'm your co-host, Jacob.
I'm back.
Yes, you are.
I'm back from the wilderness.
You are back.
Yes.
And better.
I don't know if my voice is better. It's getting there. 85% recovery.
Mm-hmm.
This time last week, couldn't sleep properly, mate.
No, that's what enjoyment.
Yeah. It was, enjoyable. Yeah.
I've noticed every time someone comes back, we lose someone also.
It's true, you know.
we haven't had all three of us together in a long time, you know.
Yeah.
It was like a while, but since all three of us have been together.
Yeah, probably about a month or so.
Yeah. But, you know, it'll come.
Yeah. I mean, we do what we got to do, do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, we still got to deliver for the peoples.
Exactly.
Whether it's me, you and Deji, me and Deji.
So just about one of you by yourself.
Who and their guests? Listen, I've been practicing my on-screen thing now, joking. Get me? But yeah, bro, how you been, man? Obviously, I haven't seen you guys. I've seen you in 2 weeks since the episode with Vic, which was a fantastic episode, by the way.
Yes.
People need to go back and watch. Couple clips that we posted got fantastic love.
Deservedly so.
100%. Vic was a brilliant. I won't even say guest.
Addition.
Yeah,
Addition to
brilliant addition. Yeah, that's the correct word. So yeah, but how you been, bro?
Yeah, man, all okay. Obviously, rehabbing the injury, so that's going well. Other than that, off season, so some time to rest, recover.
Yeah.
Think about what's next in the career, because I won't be at Maidstone next season. So yeah, think about what's next. And yeah, just looking at those sort of things and planning ventures outside of football also, because we're at that age now where you start to think what after the career.
Yeah, 100%. Got a plan.
So that's where I'm kind of at with this off season. A real different kind of one, because it's the first time I've actually been injured in the off season.
Yeah.
So it's not as much rest and recovery as I would like. But it keeps me in like a schedule. So I have a schedule each day, knowing I can just go with what's what, and then obviously I can fill in the gaps with other things I need to do.
Because now you're in like the not main crux of it, but into full rehab now. Like you've got more or less a proper program now and stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm 5 days a week. I'm more time 7 days a week, but 5 days a week full on, and the other 2 days are just like swimming pool recovery sessions. So yeah, I'm really hands-on, full on now into the rehab. So yeah, it's the fun part of it, I guess, before you get back to the real fun, which is kicking the ball around. But this is what you have to go through. So yeah, other than that, all okay.
Is this part of rehab like just like going to training just without kicking a ball, if that makes sense?
Basically, it's just literally, obviously, the gym-based stuff, and then getting back to being able to do functional movements.
Yeah, okay.
Because I haven't started doing any of that sort of stuff anyway. It's all been static. Okay, stand on one leg. It's, balance.
Yeah.
Lift the weights.
The patience aspect.
So yeah, in like about 2 weeks' time, pick it up. Seeing, I don't need to rush it because I have time. So, slow and steady with this one really, and then go from there, see how it reacts, and then, I have time, as I said before, so I can see how things react and then go again. But yeah, other than that, it's okay.
That's calm.
How has things been with you? How was the break? How was everything?
I mean, I'm on a good high.
So when did we get a cat?
Man said, when did we get a cat? I'd say I've been on a good high. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I've just come back from the Dominican Republic. Fantastic trip with the boys. And I very much needed it as well. Like, obviously, I'd not gone on holiday since last year, end of May, June, to Miami. But it's like, it got to the point. I was saying to you, look, like a couple months ago, I was like, I need a break now. Like, just kind of, it's not even work or anything. I was just like, I just need to check out for a bit, innit? So just like when we done the episode, the day we done the episode with Vic was the day I put my out of office on. So you lot could see my excitement that day, innit? And then day after, just doing some last minute running around, getting last minute stuff. And usually I'm not last minute for like holidays or big holidays. But this one, I was real last minute. Like, I was still buying a few stuff on the final day before. Didn't finish. I had to be up at like 6 a.m. or something, but I didn't finish packing until like 1:30
AM.
Yeah, and usually I'm never like that. I'll usually easily be done the day before, like I can rest that night, etc. But I was like, that just contributed into like the first 3 days or so. I think I had like 10 hours sleep in the first 3 days from that night before up until like the first 2 days of the holiday, because you wake up like by default you have to wake up early no matter what time you go to bed. The man them will all go eat breakfast together and stuff, and some of the boys just wake up really early. I was like, all right, first 2 days in the trip, I won't be a dickhead. I'll actually eat breakfast with them. After that, I'll stretch it or whatever.
Yeah.
But people were stretching it long enough that you can come in a bit later and stuff like that. And then, eat your food and then you go get a tequila shot or something like that. Tequila for breakfast. So, it was proper blessed, man. Proper good trip with the boys. Nice. Definitely one for the memoirs. Great bants, like unlimited banter throughout. Like I've been on some very good trips with the Mandem and stuff like that. This one, the banter was absolutely endless, stupendously endless. And DR, like it's just like anytime you've been to a couple Caribbean countries, so you can kind of tell in it. And now, anytime I travel, I always say it out of my off season of traveling anyway, that there's so much to the world. But when you're actually abroad, you're like, bro, like everyone's here in it. You get me? If I need to move away, I will in it. Obviously, if a great opportunity was to come to it, and depending on circumstances and stuff like that. But bro, there's still so much of this world I've got to see. I still need to go see enough of this world. Like the other side of the world, I've not really been to. I've just done like, say, Caribbean countries, Central America. Whereas like the Asian countries, I've not done.
South America.
Yeah, I've not done South America properly. Well, I say properly, I've not actually done South America. Mexico's Central America, so it's just like, and I'm even thinking, I'm like, bro, I still haven't done more than enough in terms of the American regions, Central America, South America. Then I'm thinking I've not even gone to any of the Asian countries yet, or like that side of the world completely. So I'm like, bruh, I just thought on the way back, or even a couple of days, like I think day 3 or 4, I was counting down my T days. I was like T-1. I was like, damn, like not trying to depress myself. But I was like, back to reality soon. But at the same time, I was using that as motivation to somewhat, whether it's whoever I go with, boys, by myself, whatever, or if my future partner, etc., is planning where next in the world. Not necessarily putting like a seal on it, but like keeping options open and stuff like that. So, it's definitely enlightened me further. Get me?
Traveling will do that, man.
No, it does.
The world is massive and there's so much of it that no one ever gets to see.
Bro,
and then when
literally.
you get to see it, how it opens your eyes to it, it's special. Because I obviously, just from international duty, the places I go, like, I'd never, ever, ever come here.
Bro, no, real talk.
And when you see the way of life and the way that people live, and you're like, oh, I understand. Like, and then you kind of want to explore more to see what other people living like.
Yeah.
Those regions of the world, and just anywhere in the world that's not your home, and that's not similar to your home, is very interesting.
No, it is.
And like, all you want to do after that is go out and explore.
Bro, like, it just, even when you're saying that, I think of those, like, say, Instagrammers or social media presence that do the traveling around the world and document it. And obviously, some of their videos come onto my feed. And I'm like, I rate you, man, big time. Like, it's like, to be fair, there's never a age limit on when you can start something. But things like that I somewhat wish I started that early. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I can still do it, but just like when less mental life pressure and stuff like that, and you're just like, bro. And the thing with me, I naturally like love culture, innit? So I'm open to learning about other cultures in general. Like, I hold my culture like quite closely. I'd like to think so anyway. And there's still so much more within my own culture that I know I need to learn and I want to learn. So I even just like, even during the trip, I was like, I'm trying to plan my next trip to Sierra Leone again because I went a couple years ago and I was like, yeah, I need to be back here, need to be back home more often. 'Cause yeah, bro, life just moves on, bruv. Like if your people are in the UK, etc., they're gonna be there. If they're not, like, ideally, I want more of my people around the world, so I have more impetus to visit certain people in certain places. And I say to others, like, I get jealous of them in the sense that when they've actually got cousins their age, for instance, in certain locations, like let's just say for America, for instance, in certain American locations, whereas like my cousins in America, I think the oldest one just turned 18, for instance. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like we went when I was the first time when I was like 13 and he was just born, I believe. I might be wrong, around that time, yeah. So whereas like I don't know if you have, but if you've got cousins that age.
Not in the US.
Yeah.
All of my cousins are based here.
Okay.
But all of them now like to travel. Like one of my cousins, Jordan, who we recorded at us.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's
big
now,
up Jordan.
Yes. Jordan's always traveling. Like Nigeria, she was in Nigeria 2 weeks ago. She's in Canada this week. She was in Jordan. You know, she was in Jordan.
Apparently Jordan's beautiful.
Yeah, look nice.
Yeah, I know someone that's been there as well.
Yeah, so she was there. She's been traveling, and like we're trying to plan a trip to Grenada.
What, a family one?
Cousins one.
That would be sick.
Yeah, cousins one, because we wanted to go out for carnival. So we've been trying to plan a trip to Grenada.
When's the Grenada carnival?
August times.
Okay.
Yeah, well, not August time. Sorry, like nowish. June. What month?
We're May now.
April, May, June. No, like June. It's just before the games. Because remember last time they had carnival on the pitch.
yeah, actually, I remember you said
it's coming up. To be fair, so yeah, we all wanted to go out there for that. But no, like traveling the world, and people have said to me, if I didn't play, they're like, if you didn't play sports, you know, the best thing you should have done in your 20s, or like while you're in your 20s, travel.
Yeah.
Because one of my boys' brothers, he's traveled around the world, like to all of East Asia, all of Asia, speaks Mandarin. Like, he worked in those countries because, you know, you got to get a job when you're out.
Yeah.
He's done that. And when I spoke to him, he was just like, bro, travel the world, because there's nothing better than seeing culture in every other country and seeing other ways of living just compared to yourself. And he said, you'll appreciate everything back home 100 times more if you go and travel and see how other people are living. And then you realize that you don't need everything that you think you need.
Yeah, bro. Literally, you actually don't.
Like, you literally don't need as much as you really think you need. And that's what he was saying to me. And it put things into perspective. And I was like, when I do travel, when I get the opportunities to travel, I now like to look out for those things to see, okay, they're living and enjoying themselves with this. Why can't I live and enjoy myself with the same thing?
I think it's just our environment. So, like, by default, not to say those places don't, but we like to find nicer things effectively. So the more expensive stuff. And don't get me wrong, man will still like buy them and stuff. But I know when I go to certain places, like, me in general, I don't really care what people think, even here. But they're gonna care even less. Do you know what I mean? So like,
they don't know what that thing is you're putting on
bro,
your body, or they don't know that.
Literally, so it's like, bruv.
Like when you're dropping fits in these countries, and people are looking at you thinking.
Whereas, like in the Western world, effectively, but to be fair, even in like a lot of countries that have somewhat of our cultural mindset, I'm talking about like UK, US. Or designer, you see it with Middle East and stuff like that. It's like, bro, it's like sometimes it is a bit all a facade, but at the same time, like I understand the way of living in both aspects. Like he could call us a hypocrite in that sense, but it's like it's such as life. Right. Like, I'm still gonna spend this much on that. You get me? So, like, whereas I was saying it to one of my boys, his ex teammate, what's the guy's name? Liam Trotter. I don't know if you...
Oh, yeah.
I came across his Instagram, like... I was about to say one of my agent's names, but yeah. I came across his Instagram a few months ago, and I don't know if he's still currently traveling, because I think he retired like a year or two ago. And him and his missus, I believe, bro, like, they were climbing, like, climbing volcanoes and stuff. I can't remember what country it was in, But like, I just started going down their feeds and stuff, like going on. But I was like, yo, like, you wouldn't think of it. And me, definitely not, regardless of my profession.
Yeah.
Like, that thing, shit's never really appealed to me. But when I'm seeing it, I'm like, yo, like, maybe I may twist my arm one day and want to climb a volcano. Who knows?
Okay.
And I remember I was saying to my boy, I was like, bruv, like, man's retired from football. He's gone, like, not the most typical route that a footballer would do, going to the coaching or promoting somewhat their business and stuff like that. Obviously, not to say I don't know his personal life, innit? But it looks like he's just gone to travel the world.
He's just going to enjoy his life.
Yeah, and just getting with literally every environment and I said, bro, I said to my boy, I was like, bro, I rate him big time. I was like, if you speak to him, tell him I said I rate him for that, bro. It's like, just when you see his Insta page, I was like, bro, it's like, it might seem basic, but it's just like, fam, there's too much to the world that I feel like, especially here or with our mindset, with the way, like, we always say, especially with like inflation or how times could get harder. It's like, bro, if you put your mind to it in the sense that, or put a little money aside, plan properly, you can actually do certain stuff in it.
Honestly, you could actually do whatever you want to do if you just plan.
Yeah, man.
For it.
People say, oh, why you go on these, like, some not expensive holidays to an extent, and I was like, bro, I don't just do it off the cuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, if you said to me, we're going to this place of the world in 3-4 months, I'll be like, no, I'm not. You can go, I'm not. But if you give me at least 8-9 months planning, bro, I'm putting money aside every month. I'm not paying for it in one lump sum because I'm being realistic with myself. I know if you've given me 8-9 months minimum in advance, then we can set, if you've started the planning from a year before, I'm like, all right, cool, I know how I can budget myself and I'm willing to do that sacrifice, that push certain things out the window and then do that for a period of time for me to enjoy myself, whether it's for a week, 2 weeks, and like we spoke about, like we spoke about on episodes, was it Deji that asked, or was it you that asked the money versus experience?
Yeah. Oh yeah, money. That's the question I asked.
Yeah, and she's like, bro, and it kind of come up in like a work call. I think I asked the question on a work call on my return to work, and she's like, bro, there's certain things. I got the question up now. Actually, I might ask you now. Where is it?
Yeah, that money versus experience one was.
Yeah, to be fair, you kind of already answered, but I asked on my work, like in my team call, what's one thing you never feel guilty spending money on? And then,
okay.
so basically, we kind of did answer it to an extent, but
it's an experience.
I was like, bro, like, certain experiences, doesn't matter the cost of it, just do it. Like,
you're never gonna get that experience ever again, but guess what? You're gonna get that money back,
bro. No cap. It's that bad. I didn't even look at my spending when I come back, because usually I kind of do, but I was like, bro, like, obviously most things it was all inclusive anyway, and in that aspect we only spent money more so when we're going out, out the resort and stuff like that, but or doing like activities like the ATVs, go visit the caves and all that stuff.
But that's still an experience,
bro. Like, fam, I can't be doing ATV here through the local, like, but even in the UK, like, through, like, I'd say local villages, that's where we were, innit? Yeah. And obviously, like, the local residents, like, the kids were clapping for us, waving for us, like, the mums were as well, dropped them some people, like, do you know what I mean? Like, bro, like, man's on it, and I'm fully taking in, like, my surroundings, do you know what I mean? So, even though there was mud on my glasses and my eyes and that, I was like, bro, life is beautiful, man. Yeah. Life is beautiful. Life is for living. You gotta enjoy this life, bro.
That's exactly it. Life is for living.
Mate, like we always say with you, cause of football, and you state as well, you appreciate more so what you're gonna see, what you're gonna visit, and yeah, playing for a Caribbean country,
you see everything.
You're going to places you never thought you'd imagine.
Never.
Compared to, like, if you're playing for England, obviously England's the pinnacle, but you're just playing in Europe. Yeah, like, that's the extravagant place in Europe, if you think about it, because it's somewhere you wouldn't really go to book. Whereas, like,
the Caribbean, like, I saw in our group, we had St. Martin, St. Lucia, Curacao, and we're going Bahamas soon.
Is it?
So,
jeez,
like, come on. People pay tens of thousands of pounds to go to these countries.
mate,
And I get the opportunity to go and play football there for free.
for free. And then say if that's your second game or something, you can actually chill there for like, bro.
Do you get what I mean? So, like, I can't. There's no experience in my life I'll ever take for granted.
Yeah,
I understand how much it's worth at the same time to me, and I also understand that, like, just being here, not many people get to experience this.
bro. No, for real.
I gotta take it and embrace it and just go and literally run with it and ride with it for as long as I can.
Yeah, no, 100%. Because another thing, network, bro. You're gonna meet people across the world.
Oh, 100%.
Like that you not never thought you'd meet, but that you just wouldn't meet on your day-to-day here, innit? Like in our episode that we've got coming out soon with our special guest, when he was telling us about certain people that he networked with, didn't do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So like, and that's how I always, anytime I travel, I always try to, I don't always try to, but I keep on saying always. I like to make advantage of the fact that if I can network, like, or staying in contact with one or two people.
Right.
Like, so if I'm like, yo, if you come London, hit me up. Vice versa, like our friend of the show, Grammy Award winner. You get me? Like, me and him still message. Like, when he saw me at the Man City Palace game, he's like, bro, you get to watch Man City. I get to watch Inter Miami. I said, bro, you're watching Messi, the greatest player. He said, that's just it. He said, that's just it. And he's a big football fan. So, like, me and him still stay in contact. It's like, bro, when you come London, hit man up. Vice versa. And then boom. So, bro, there's too much to the world, man. You can't limit yourself. Absolutely no chance. That, yo, everyone's here. Do what you want.
It's true.
Literally do what you want.
No one's going anywhere, and
if they are, bro, such is life. Yeah.
Same way they'll come and visit you. You have to enjoy your life at the start, and then, you know, and when you get enough money and you get everything that you want, bring all the people that you want with you,
bro.
You tell them to come experience it with you,
bro. Well, what I don't know what day it was last week. I just said to you and Deji, I was like, we need to do an episode abroad. And you said you'll look into it. That was it. That's it, bro.
As you see me. Wherever.
It's like, bro.
Whoever wants to see Jacob and whoever wants to see Joe and whoever wants to see Deji,
bro.
We'll come to you.
Hey, God willing. Hey, God willing, but we're gonna be in that position where it's like, bro, F it, let's go here for 2 weeks and let's do this.
Soon.
Get me, take our equipment, boom, bruv, get me, and then just out here. And then if I don't book that return flight, you know what? so there we go.
Oh man.
But yeah,
traveling life,
mate. Again, it is. Look, I'm just the worst thing. Yeah, obviously the camera's in front of us, but I can see Jacob's like Grenada shirt in the corner of my eye, and I'm thinking, when am I going Grenada next? Like, it's all framed up. I'm like, yeah, I need to go and get my thing as well. I need to go Grenada and cheer on my boy. So yeah, man, bro, life. So Grenada and FA, when you watch this, like when Jacob's booking these tickets, plus 1 or 2, 3, 4, yeah.
GFA, you see you.
Yeah. Yeah, GFA. Me and Deji need to roll, you get me? So, go. It's business.
That's right, it's true.
It's business. Transactional and all that stuff. just you cover the transactions.
No money about.
And then we'll bring the content and everything. I know people I can promote for you, but yeah. Nah, bro, trust. It's real life, man. It's sick. So, definitely looking forward to the next trip. Don't know what it is.
Whatever it is.
Well, the next major trip, for instance, yeah. But definitely don't know what it is. And to be fair, even small trips, can't take them for granted as well. Because that's another thing, like, that. Nah, I want to solo travel, hopefully at some point this year, being realistic if it happens or not. But then, obviously, want to start off small. And then,
gradually grow.
Yeah, like, because not you finding yourself when you're by yourself, for instance, but you'll know whether you can do a long haul, all that stuff. And
what you want to do and what you don't want to do. And when you're by yourself, you have to really network with people that you don't know.
Yeah.
You kind of have to speak to people. You just have to go out and chat.
Yeah. No, it's true.
That's probably the best way to network.
So yeah, no, definitely one for the future. I watch the space. Who knows?
Yeah, man. Should we move on to the game of the weekend? Well, it wasn't really the game of the weekend because it was terrible, but
Yeah, go on then.
Arsenal versus Manchester United.
I'll shake your hand. You got the victory. You got the double over us this season. Not
That was inevitable.
yeah, like had no type of way, but no feelings for. 'Cause obviously, I just about landed day or two before, and I was like, United went into holiday mode before I did. The whole club,
When I saw that team, I said, I don't know what they're on,
bro.
but then I said Arsenal type of team to do some foolishness.
I was expecting like 5 or 6.
Same, but then I said Arsenal type of team to do some foolishness and just play down to the competition, which they really did yesterday.
Arsenal weren't good.
I think
They're just on the job.
Yeah, because we scored and then sat back. I felt like Man United dominated most of the game in terms of they had everything. They had the ball. They never really felt like you guys were going to score.
At no point I felt we were scoring though, because I think you lot had more shots on target. We had more shots overall, but like from when Saliba got man of the match, I was like, bro, he was near enough. He near enough had a cigar in his mouth.
Yeah, he was
like,
chilling back there.
Like he was active because Højlund was a bit active, but other than that, like we're having the ball and no one actually, like our midfielders don't know what to do in terms of breaking you lot down. No. And then when we did get in good areas, like Garnacho got in a lot of the good areas.
Wrong decision making.
But yeah, like decision making was not good at all in that sense. Whereas like if Rashford and Bruno were playing, I think we would have, with the way Arsenal played, we would have got minimum a point.
Yeah, because Arsenal weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
But I feel like when Arsenal did attack, it felt like, okay, we could score every time. But, we didn't. And
even the goal, Casemiro keep it. Bro, everyone's 10 yards up.
And he's slowly jogging up. I didn't really understand, but he's not. I feel like he's done, just done with Man United. In fact, the whole of Man United team's done. The stadium team's done.
The leaks, everything. I think Casemiro's decline is a generational decline.
Yeah, we spoke about it before.
Yeah. Because it's nuts.
But he's playing centre back. When he's like, they're playing me in this position I don't want to play here. Them man that do the thing where if you play me in this position, I'm going to play as bad as possible so you never play me.
I'm not going to give my 100% all.
He's doing it way worse than that. He's basically saying, never, ever put me there.
But with him, I don't even know if it's that because even in midfield, he hasn't been good this season.
That's true.
So I just feel like the declines just hit him because he didn't make the Brazil squad for Copa America. And he's been their captain over the last year or so. So
they're going young though. They ain't really got Brazil. Haven't got really many.
To be fair, Richarlison and Gabriel Jesus must start as well.
Yeah, see, they're going young.
Their midfield is, I think, 5 midfielders all in the Prem, and they're all mid-table Prem side.
Wolves got a few of them.
Yeah, João Gomez, Paqueta.
Is Cunha going?
No, Cunha didn't get selected, which was that one was my biggest surprise because they've only got I think they've got like 7 forwards, and 2 of them are actually centre forwards, Endrick and Van Nielsen. I think the Porto striker.
Yeah.
So it just showed me that Endrick's gonna start already. Yeah. But I thought they'll take Cunha.
Yeah, man, he's been good this year as well.
Yeah, very good.
Injury struggle, but Wolves have been good in general.
Yeah, and they didn't sign no players.
No, he's got a new manager.
Yeah, and I think even Gary O'Neill was saying last week or so that I don't think they can sign players again this summer like that.
Oh, okay, but he's a good manager though, and they have a good squad. So I think they'll be alright.
But that's the thing though, like I feel like the Prem always catches up with you if you don't somewhat evolve with it. Right. Like you can go one summer without signing for a team like that. If you do it again, but I think you'll be battling because
free transfers.
That's what I didn't fully look into it, but I just remember his line about them potentially struggling to sign. Obviously, if players nick their players, then I mean teams nick their players.
That's when they're gonna have to start dashing out the mad team contract for
them
to stay, and then it could hit you on the back end when people are like,
because they've got Wolves alone have like 4 players off the top of my head that teams will go all out for.
100%.
Like Aït-Nouri, João Gomez, Cunha, and Neto.
Yeah.
And then obviously Max Kilman's been linked with captain. He was linked with Napoli last summer. I think signing but like Wolves have very good players. Do you know what I mean? So
they do.
So yeah, it'll be interesting.
It's a club that's gonna be. I trust them though because the 3 teams coming up always are gonna have struggles with staying up.
I think Leicester will be fine.
You think?
Because they've got the foundations in place already.
They do, but it's just, bro. I've watched them this year. They need to make a lot of additions.
Yeah, but like they can. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've got the financial firepower to.
Yeah.
Apparently they might get a points deduction or something, but they've got the financial power to actually.
Yeah.
Like when they went down, they didn't lose too much. For instance.
Yeah, they only lost Madison.
Yeah. So like.
Nacho. No, Nacho's still there, isn't he?
Yeah, Kelechi's still there.
They lost Harvey Barnes.
Yeah.
Madison.
But obviously, like they'll sign players, bro. Leicester got one of the best training grounds in the country.
Yeah.
Players are gonna go there because their training ground got done a couple of years ago. Got a great stadium.
One of the best training grounds in the world, to be fair.
Yeah. So
and it's not too far from the Birmingham. You can live locally to where you want to live.
Yeah.
So it's a prime. It's middle of the country, isn't it?
Basically, it's Upper Midlands, if that makes sense.
Location for people anyway.
I mean,
I don't want to play in London or can't play in London. You want to play for a team like that.
Yeah.
Have good history in the recent years. Won the Premier League, been in the Champions League, won FA Cups.
So I think there'll be this. This is why like teams like Wolves need to somewhat
make a change.
Yeah, obviously if they're limited with like the embargo stuff, then fair. But then if they can sign players, bro, because we've seen, bro, the Prem doesn't wait for no man. You could be doing well for so long and then boom.
Bang.
So
you know another team that's been doing well in the Prem though? Crystal Palace.
Mate.
Since that manager has come in,
Glasner.
He has made some changes.
Did you see today? Bayern Munich bidded for him. The Palace rejected it.
Of course they did. Palace leading. Palace best could offer him 300 bags a week.
Apparently they offered Palace 15 million for him. For a manager.
They've seen the changes
Bro.
made at Crystal Palace in such a short amount of time.
Mate, the last 6 games they've won 5 and drawn 1. And their running hasn't been easy.
But they've been scoring goals. Like Crystal Palace are the team that used to score goals.
No.
They've been slapping teams. As in like, I'm seeing 5-0, 4-1.
Mate.
They're like...
So just on this run, Liverpool 1-0 away. West Ham at home 5-2. Newcastle 2-0 at home. Drew with Fulham 1-1. Battered us whilst I was on holiday 4-0. Made me take extra shots of tequila, happily, and pina colada and daiquiris. And then going to Wolves and winning 3-1 and winning 3-1 and winning comfy at Molineux, which most
every team
the top teams don't do.
Yeah, Arsenal only beat them 2-0 when there was a last minute goal.
Literally, yeah. They Wolves beat City. United, we only won Kobe Mino's last minute winner. Yeah. It's like, I think Spurs lost their... Bro, it's like, they've played Liverpool, Newcastle and United, beat all those teams and kept all clean sheets.
And then Crystal Palace
bro,
right now.
And this goes back to United in the sense of Ten Hag.
Right.
Like, I used to give him a blight last season, but like, bro, no matter how bad your players are effectively, there'll be some style of play. Ole Glasner's just come in. First couple games, that they weren't getting the results, but they were trying to change a little bit, etc. And Palace were a bit in danger because they were just above the relegation zone. Now they are popping.
Yeah, dominating teams. Like you don't want to go
popping.
You didn't want to go Selhurst Park in the first place. Now you go Selhurst Park, deal with the crowd,
and they're scoring goals like this.
Yeah, it's
mate.
Problem. London's back, boy.
Mate, it's great for us because it's our local. But big task on Palace's hand is keeping Elise and Eze this summer.
Do you know what?
Because I do think Elise might go this summer.
Yeah, I think Eze is comfortable. I think Eze will stay.
Maybe one more year if a big offer doesn't come in for him.
Do you know why I think he stays? Because his position, he plays 10. To go and move, which big team needs a 10?
Like
Manchester United? No. Bruno Fernandes is there. Arsenal? Odegaard's there. Man City? No. Foden, De Bruyne, the list goes on. Chelsea? No, because Cole Palmer's there. Do you get what I mean? Tottenham? Madison's there.
Apparently he's been quite heavily linked to Tottenham though.
It makes
because he could play off the left as well.
Yeah, but he's best in the 10 role.
Yeah.
So Tottenham, Madison, Villa. Would you make the move from Palace to Villa? If they're in Champions League, yes, you would.
It's true, actually. I didn't think of that. And Villa have money as well.
Yeah,
People always forget because Villa's owners are really, really wealthy.
Yeah, so Villa would make the most sense to me if you're going to go there and start.
On that one, quickly, I saw, don't know if it was true, a couple of days ago, Zaha. But apparently he's linked to Villa.
Wilf.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
I don't know where the link was coming from, whether Villa want him or he wants to move or...
Why I'm not surprised though about that is because he hasn't really been playing at Galatasaray, has he?
Not of recent as much, yeah.
So
since they went out of the Champions League, I've not seen... Like, I was checking their games, he wasn't really starting as much and stuff, and recent I've not kept up.
If Villa in Champions League, all he wanted was to just go to a team that played Champions League.
Yeah.
So if they, Villa in Champions League, makes sense for him.
Pay the wages, but no. Like you were saying, back to clubs for...
Eze. Yeah, so that Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, United, City...
Newcastle, because they've got the money.
Yeah, but Newcastle... Okay, so if Newcastle come in for him, I'd say yeah. I'd say definitely leave. But who's Newcastle's 10? No one.
Yeah, because they play more 4-3-3. But he can play part of the midfield three, though.
Yeah, he could do.
Because that's kind of his thing as well, so... But he can do that, the second 8, either 10 or off the left.
Wing. He's got a range position. I'm just trying to work out if you want him at his best position.
Yeah, that's
what I'd take him at Arsenal, though. I'd take him at Arsenal and put him on the left wing. And he'd start every week.
What, starting him?
Every single week.
He's saying you...
Don't mention that madman's name.
Martinelli?
Runs into people. I don't want to see him no more. I take Eze at Palace and he start every week. Off the left, because Odegaard's not moving out the 10. So off the left, Eze. Yeah, 100%.
Oof.
100% I take him.
Fair.
To be fair, at Chelsea, I think he'd start as well, because Cole Palmer can play off the right.
Even then, he can play off the left at Chelsea as well.
I think at Chelsea he'd start. I'm just saying, in the 10, what people want, and would they buy him? I'd say if he stays at Palace, he's a main man. He's a main man for the next 10 years.
It's just how long he stays.
Yeah.
Because I think I just think Elise is gonna go this summer. Ideally, I'd love us to sign him this summer.
I forgot Liverpool.
What, for Eze?
Yeah. I actually forgot Liverpool were a big team. Liverpool might make sense.
Cause he can play in that midfield three.
Yeah. Liverpool might actually make the most sense. I forgot Liverpool.
I got bad chills when you said that.
He could probably, Liverpool. He could.
I don't like that. Nicely. I don't like that. Eze, don't go Liverpool.
No, he could because Gakpo.
Yeah, no, I hear it.
Nah.
No, because they're, I'd say, starting midfield three. What, Endo, McAllister, and Szoboszlai.
Yeah.
I think Eze's better than Szoboszlai.
And Szoboszlai can play a deeper role.
I just don't really rate Szoboszlai like that.
Nah. I'd say Eze can go Liverpool and start.
Yeah.
In a 10. Definitely.
No, sure.
I think so anyway. I think he can play for most big teams.
No, he can.
But I just think we're guaranteed starting in the 10 role. Liverpool, definitely. Villa, definitely. I'm going to throw Chelsea in there because I know Cole Palmer just does what he feels like. So Chelsea as well.
Yeah, trust.
But all the other ones, they kind of got their main men are the 10s in it. Odegaard, Bruno, Foden, De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Madison.
Because even anytime I see him linked with City, I'm like, bro, where's he going to play him? But at the same time, I don't argue with Pep, man.
If City want him, take that.
Yeah, bro, he'll go there. Do you know what I mean?
Excel your career.
Yeah, so.
Learn some things.
But no, back to Elise. He's a special player, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying it in my United chat today, like, man's played 18 Prem games this season. I see he's on 10 goals and 5 assists.
He's a serious man.
Bro, and like numbers, I don't get over gas over numbers, but it's just shown, even though he's been injured for quite a bit of the season, just like, bro, he knows who he is in the Prem. Do you know what I mean? Like, and people like to put this injury-prone tag on him, and I always remind people, this is actually his first season being injured. Mm-hmm. And it only started from last summer's Euros, and it continued. And whereas this last season, he only missed one game. Mm-hmm. Before that, I think even looking on transfer market in Reading, he'd only missed from his early Reading days and Palace days. Reading days and early Palace. Before last season, he'd missed like 3 or 4 games or something. Like, he's not injury prone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that was
hamstrings that have reoccurred. And that's
because that was the first injury last summer. Yeah. If you don't do that one right, it's gonna.
So you should. And it's a case of the football club, we needed you.
Yeah.
So the football club were at fault for rushing him back when,
Because the last injury he got was a reoccurrence.
Yes.
And I remember a lot of Palace fans weren't happy.
Because it was Roy Hodgson
that
made him play, and you get what I mean, and he didn't want
or
to play.
whether sometimes managers save the player from themselves as well. So, it's like, bro.
Because you know, one game he came on and
then,
taken
off. It's like, bro. But you could, like you said, with Glasner at the helm at Palace, it looks like they've finally got their manager right.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope they have, because obviously we love Palace. One, you came through there. Mm-hmm. Two, I've been going there because of you lot, like from young. So it's always been the second club, do you know what I mean? And it's on our doorstep again. Yeah. And like, we want that feel-good factor. So it's like, bro, eventually if they're to get a Europe spot, or whatever. It's like when they faced us in the FA Cup final years ago, I slightly wanted them to win because I wanted them to get Europa League and see how like they develop. Obviously, I was happy United won, like, but
that was a long time ago. Rooney scored.
Yeah,
that's how long ago
and
it was.
I think Lingard that banger, and then it's like it looks like they finally got the manager right, and they can finally move on properly from Zaha.
Yes,
do you know what I mean? Because Zaha's arguably their best ever player.
Yeah.
But it was that transition was always tough.
Yes.
And always like the planning for it. And just now you've got these two maestros. And if one or two is going to leave the summer, plan again. Yeah. Like Parish, I always tell you, get me on board, but you don't listen. You, Mark Bright, you can easily contact me. That's the worst thing. You can easily contact me. But like, no, real talk, Palace can build.
Yeah, no, they can.
And they're London, they'll always be attractive to people. Yeah. And that's players in that sense. And
if they're not going Chelsea, Arsenal, West Ham. No, if they're not going Chelsea, Arsenal, you're going Palace. You either go Fulham, West Ham, Palace. You get what I mean? You're going one of those three.
And even the young boys that seem to be coming up.
Yeah. Palace's
academy are thriving.
I've got to say Tottenham as well, but no one want to go there, so it's
fine. They should say you need Tottenham this week, but talk about that later. But yeah, no, there's some interesting, like the Prem is slightly more competitive in the sense that the mid-level clubs are having better players. That's what it seems. But then again, I always tell people not to completely forget of how squads were back in the day. Just for argument's sake, like Bolton, when they're getting not Champions League, but UEFA Cup, with Okocha could play for top 4 clubs.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? People forget. Yeah. Like, it's because they would just be like, oh yeah, back in the day football. I'm like, bro, there's top quality players. Like,
Fulham made the Europa League.
Yeah, the final with Roy Hodgson, It's flipping knocking out Juventus in the semi-final and stuff. So it's like, football evolves. I'll never say if it's better or not. I usually always say like the quality of like, say, strikers back then was better, for instance. But then this season's just come up again where all the strikers are starting to score. Like the mid-level to top. Bro, everyone's scoring goals. So it's like...
Yeah, you start looking around the league like, oh, no one's got a bad night.
Yeah.
No one's got a good striker.
Yeah. Someone that they can work with, etc. or further develop. Yeah. So it's like, look, I think Dominic Solanke, I believe, is on 18 goals. Yeah. I might be wrong. And
20, I think 20 now.
And no penalties scored. Yeah. So it's like, bro. But yeah, just back to the game. Yeah, Solanke's on 19 right now. Yeah. So
back to Arsenal United, it was one of them days, man. Just there's not much to talk about in that game.
The headline from that game was just taking it down to the final game of the season. Yeah. And credit to Arsenal, because I believe Arteta said this is the most wins Arsenal have had in the season in their history.
Probably, but yeah.
I think
it was just about winning.
Because you lot on 27 wins on the unbeaten season. What do you lot call that season again? Invincibles, that's it. Mm-hmm. You lot had 26 wins, I believe, and 12 draws. You lot have 27 wins in this one. And then I saw some stat on Twitter where 13 of Alex Ferguson's seasons, 7, the points total you guys currently have, you would have won the league 7 of those times. I was like, then again, that doesn't matter. But could you face who you're facing competition-wise at the time? But it just shows how strong Arsenal have been this season. Top scorers and best defence in the league.
But you know what's even more mad? Man City can just still walk away with the Premier League title.
Bro, they've not lost since, I think, Villa away.
Man City are also close to 16 plus 16 goal difference gap to 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
In 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Like, they're not a team to be messed around with. Do I think Tottenham are going to beat them? No. If we're being real, Arsenal going to win against Everton? Yeah. Man City are going to beat West Ham? Yeah. Like, the inevitable...
I just feel like you lot are going to go through what Liverpool went through a couple of years ago. On that final day.
Yeah.
There might be a bit of a...
Man City might go down 1-0 and they'll end up losing. They'll end up winning 6-1. So, all hope for Tottenham. Like, we're praying as Arsenal fans.
Obviously, by the time this episode comes out, the City Tottenham results gone.
Everything would have been Friday.
Yeah, and then obviously the games are Sunday 4 p.m. You guys, Jacob even cancelled potential weekend plans to the Big Apple because as he picked me up, I was like, "Oh yeah, when you go to New York?" He was like, "I'm not going anymore." In case we win the title, I say, bloody, which I understand, I actually get. Do you know what I mean?
I hear it. I told you.
Are you going to the game?
No, not the game, but I'll be outside. If we win the Prem, I will be there.
I hear it.
If not, I think I might need to go to New York on the Sunday.
When you say look for the late night flight, you better start checking that out now as a contingency, boy. Hey, because, mate, and now if you don't win it, that's what, first one in 20 years, isn't it?
Yeah, 22.
Oh, no, is it? Oh, 21. I feel like you lot won it 2002.
2004? 2003?
What, 2-3, I think.
Yeah.
So. And then 3-4 is when we stopped the unbeaten run. I might be wrong.
Oh, I know we won something, but we ain't won it in 20-something years, so. Win it now, man.
Most of your lifetime, mates.
Basically.
Bloody hell. I'm most Arsenal fans that say that are our followers and stuff like that. Bloody hell.
That's why I need to be here to witness greatness.
Now I hear it, man. You've had confidence in your team for months.
Well, not all season, man. I gave us we had a blip.
Obviously, you had your downtime. Not downtime, but like your release the anger during the Bayern Munich saga. Yeah.
That's the middle week.
Yeah.
We threw everything away. We still might have. That's the thing. We still might have. Right. But, you know, we hope and pray.
Fine margins, man. Villa literally took 6 points off you lot this season.
Yeah, Villa.
That's not that, and those 6 points could be the. Obviously, they beat City at City, but like, bro, I mean, at Villa Park,
Fulham took 3 of us. We lost to Fulham.
Yeah, and I know. You see, this is where we'll get too pedantic with it because we'll now say the home loss to West Ham as well.
Yeah.
Like, bro, because that little Christmas period was a little blip for you lot just before, and then, but the same could be same for City as well. Yes, they had their blip, losing at Wolves, losing to Villa. So yeah, it's an interesting title race. Like we said months ago, the title race for the ages. Obviously, Liverpool fell off. But even still, the way all three teams went for it and just kept on going, because Liverpool were flying when they had so much players missing. Their young G's were getting it through, and then eventually it just caught up.
I think it was always going to catch up to them.
Same.
The hype of Klopp leaving was kind of like the new manager bounce. So, yeah, man, I just feel like Liverpool were going to run out of steam because they were out of steam but still running. Yeah,
that's a great. I like that actually. I like that still.
So you know they're eventually always gonna falter, and you know it came again when they lost to Everton, and then they drew to West Ham. You kind of knew then it was, yeah. You could. No one could lose in this title race, you know. And once you lost and then drew, yeah. 2 games in a row.
Yeah, everyone going machine for machine, bruv. It's nuts. it's mad still. So, big up all those teams challenging, even though everyone's at op. As a neutral, like I keep on saying, it's good to witness, man. Yeah. Get me? And we'll just see. We'll see whether you'll message us in the group chat screaming with jubilation or whether you're silent as hell.
We're rubbing in the air.
Oh, yeah.
So, win, you'll hear from me.
We'll be like, Jacob, when we record the next week, there's one tick. There's nothing coming up. and you just see you're just at the front of the fashion show. You're just sitting like this or wherever. Like, bro. So yeah,
man, oh man.
those goons, eh? Goons. But and actually, when the season's officially done as well, me, you, and Deji will do our teams of the year, because there's even obviously they've announced nominees for PFA players,
Right.
and some people are Arsenal fans pissed that none of the either of the centre backs were up for nomination, when they've got the best defence in the league.
Yeah,
But I mean, you can't have everyone.
It is what it is. So you
got what? Is it 2 or 3 players? I'm sure I saw Rice, Odegaard, and maybe Saka. I might be wrong.
Saliba need to be in there, but
Yeah.
Story for another day.
He needs to start for France.
Yeah.
But we'll come on to that when Euros come around next month. Oof, it's a month away, shit.
Yeah, we got Euros, Olympics.
Euros, Copa America, Olympic. Yeah, it's looking. It's an interesting summer. And before you know it, the Premier restart. Well, football starts again, even for you as well. Yeah. Everything. So, yeah, no, it's gonna be a good, interesting summer. And within the next couple of weeks, we'll know the final championship team and that will be going up as well.
Yeah.
And then, as well as those teams in League One, League Two. Shout out Crawley Town as well, actually. They're in the League Two finals, flipping MK Dons 8-1 on aggregate. Big up Tox, obviously. Tox Adeyemo at Crawley. He was at Cray Valley last season.
Now he could be in League One
Now he could be in League One next season. So, obviously, got a Cray Valley hat on today. Episode sponsored by the Millers. Get me? But yeah, big up Bromley.
Bromley, another local team in the league. So,
do you know what I said? I said when Sutton went down, I was like, Bromley have to go up. We can't lose a local one, and then yeah, so, which is even what I was gonna say closer for us. Which one's closer for you, though? Is it?
Yeah, Bromley's closer than Sutton.
I thought it would be.
No, Bromley's closer than Sutton.
Oh, fair. It's just because I was with my boy yesterday talking about. I was saying how they're gonna have to change the grass, but apparently they're gonna move ground or something like. Thamesmead side. I might be wrong though.
I think they're going to move ground until the grass until it's ripped up. So they got to move to. They got. I think they're pitch sharing.
With who though?
I don't know. They're going to pitch share with. They got a pitch share.
Because I'm trying to think London-based clubs that have.
I would say AFC Wimbledon, but they're in the same league.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Sellers Park. It's just because it's the most local thing. It's just a
in terms of that, yeah.
You're only sharing for a small period of time.
Or Millwall,
Sellers Park's more local, isn't it?
Yeah, but you don't really. Prem clubs don't really do them things.
Yeah, no.
They
might just. You know why? Because Palace always play against them in pre-season. You never know.
True.
It's nice. They say, look, here's. It's only probably been for
2 months or so. Yeah,
and that's not even many games,
or unless the league just makes their first 5 or I say 5 or 6, me push it, depending on how much away games.
Yeah, first 10
because
away.
Didn't the Prem do that with Luton? When they come up, their first 3 or 4 were away. I might be wrong, but I remember quite a few were away at the beginning and stuff like that. So yeah. All right. Obviously I've been trying to catch up on NBA action, so to be fair, whilst I was out, I was actually, because the sports bar in our hotel was showing the games as well, and there's some days man will be just laying down. I was gonna say at the beach, even the evening at the beach, if it's early start, be been watching and stuff like that. So who've you got coming out of the Knicks Pacers series? Because OG's injured.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't know when he's back though.
I don't think he's back. He's not hamstring.
Is it a hamstring injury? Okay.
I'm not calling him back for this. I like. You know what I'm going for? I'm going for the Knicks because the next 2 games, it's going to a game 7, and the Knicks are going to be at home, and that fan base can really, really win you games. I feel like everyone's going to win at every home game this series. I feel like it's going to be like that.
Obviously, by the time the episode comes out, the series might be done. Yes. So hopefully it goes to a game 7. I don't know. Just the way the Pacers have come back. Obviously, New York, they their team's built on grit, innit? But I feel like I didn't know how long OG was out for. I didn't know his injury. So when I was catching up watching the highlight, I just seen he was missing because I had a lot of alcohol in my system. But I just feel that's a massive loss because since he signed for the Knicks, before the playoffs, they'd only lost 2 games. Also, I think their record with him, including the playoffs, is like 26-4. I might be paraphrasing, but bro, like that's mental. So these Pacers, I don't know. Me personally, I want New York. I want the Knicks to. I want them to do it. And I thought they were gonna win Game 3 when Dante DiVincenzo was having a game of his life, and then Halliburton just woke up, and Halliburton seems to have woken up now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If OG don't come back, I'm going with the Pacers.
I'd say the Pacers got the better team overall, but the Knicks got a better starting 5. So the Pacers got a better bench. People coming off the bench, coming into the game.
I also feel they're missing Mitchell Robinson's presence.
Yeah. And Tibbs plays these guys into the ground. Like,
bro,
you can't keep playing, man, 48 minutes a game. Like, give people a break.
To be fair, reporters asked Josh Hart about it, and he said, I'm doing something I love, whereas people actually work 9 to 5 or doing the ground. I'm like, bro, it's a nice sentiment you saying it, but be realistic as well. We're not running like you.
You get what I mean? You need a break.
6'4", getting 13 rebounds a game. Hey, Josh Hart's incredible, man.
Every other night,
bro. And then, who was that? Yeah, obviously Mitchell Robinson. I thought the dynamic of him and Hartenstein was good, like them sharing it. Whereas now, like it's a bit tough. So, and Josh Hart does all the in between interviews as well, like in between quarters and stuff like that. I was like, bro, let the guy breathe, let him catch his breath. But yeah, if OG don't come back, I got the Pacers going through. Other side, I was going to say other side, still on the East, Cavs Celtics.
Celtics, but I like the Cavs. I like the way Donovan Mitchell's been playing. I spoke about it last week. I love everything that he's been doing in these playoffs.
He's had a very good playoffs, actually.
The Cavs were speaking about trading him. They best sign him to a new extension.
Because I had the Magic beating the Cavs. Because remember, I was saying the indecisiveness with Mitchell. But yeah, sorry.
But yeah, I feel like the Cavs need to do their best to try and keep him there. I think that series will be tied up 2-2 tonight. If that the game's tonight. So I think that series will be tied up 2-2. I think the Cavs will get one on their own floor, and then they'll go back to Boston. I say 7-game series again.
7.
I say 7 again because the Celtics play one game well, then they play down to
they can't be trusted.
Then they play one game very well. Like, this is a Celtics story in the playoffs all the time. Like,
I hear it.
They're always up and down, so I can never really, really trust them. But I'm going Celtics playing 7.
I've never really liked the Boston franchise. But for holiday, I got a very nice white Tatum jersey. Because I was like, it went with my Miller's hat, the Cray Valley, and shorts that I've got. I just didn't take a pick in the fit, but I'll do it for summer. I've got the Celtics in... I've got them in 5.
Oh, you just got to win the next 2.
Yeah, I think they're gonna close out the series in the next 2 games.
I would usually agree, but not the way, because I've been seeing them. I've been watching them.
I know what you mean. I feel like you said, Donovan Mitchell's gonna have like 1 or 2 more special games at least. He had a very good game the other night, and they lost. Like, I feel like they're missing Jarrett Allen quite a bit.
So Garland needs to come to the party a bit more.
Yeah. So the Cavs, they need to really think if they want to let Mitchell go in the summer, because
if he goes, you go too.
Because like I said months ago, I was like, there's games that they play better without him, and that's what people were like. Oh yeah, but now it's actual playoff time. You can see his stardom is showing more than everyone else. So, but yeah, I got the Celtics winning that in 5. So they probably would have won that by my books by the time this episode comes out. Before, who's the Nuggets and Timberwolves? I saw, when I was catching up with last week's episode, I saw like you and Deji talking about how great the T-Wolves start, Anthony Edwards, and then Jokic. Jokic said, "Hold my beer, bruv."
Yeah. And now, I feel like the Nuggets are going to win that 7. I'm going 7, definitely, because there's no way. I think Nuggets going to win the next game, but I don't think that Ant-Man is going to allow the Nuggets to close out on this floor.
Bro, he had a sensational game last game and they lost.
I know.
It was nuts.
I need Karl-Anthony Towns to stop showing up.
Yeah.
I need him to stop playing on the 3-point outside.
I thought the game 1, like, maybe, yeah.
Man, everyone plays well one game. It's like
I hear it.
Harden plays well one game a series too. I need him to play well for longer periods, longer stretches. They need to go back to the defense they were playing in game 1 and 2. Yeah, and get the ball out of Jokic's hands. I know it's easier said than done, but I feel like the stuff they were doing in game 1 is to go back to that and then make similar adjustments. Pressure Jamal Murray. Foul him. You get what I mean? He's playing on a tight calf. Like, get him out of rhythm. And you've got to make everyone around you. But you can't let Jamal Murray and Jokic beat you. Obviously, the other night, Aaron Gordon also had chipped in with a ridiculous night. But
he was so efficient when I looked at his stats.
11 of 12.
Yeah.
But you've got to literally make everyone other than Jokic and Murray beat you. If Aaron Gordon beats you, fair dues.
Because they got good contribution from Christian Braun and someone else from the bench as well.
Yes, because Michael Porter.
I think Justin Holiday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but so yeah, it's Justin. Is it Justin or Justice?
Justin.
Yeah.
Is there Justice? I don't think I've heard Justice, but I think Jokic is showing again why he's the best player in the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, all right, cool. And I don't know. Obviously, I've not didn't get to go through everything, but if you and Deji spoke about, actually, I don't know if it would have happened then when Jamal Murray threw the heat back.
It would have happened, but no, we didn't speak about it. We're gonna wait till all 3 of us come back to be had a full-on discussion about the actual series, but
which is fair. But I'm just saying, I feel like when he didn't get suspended, I knew the Nuggets were winning Game 3 at minimum. Do you know what I mean?
If that was Draymond Green, he ain't playing for the rest of the series.
Mate, me personally, Jamal Murray should have got suspended, but
yeah, the heat back was he was a mad one that game
because they were saying like Nick Wright kept on bringing it up because Jamal Murray done the money sign and Rudy Gobert got fined $100K for doing the money sign alone. Jamal Murray got fined $100K for the money sign and the heat back. Well, they didn't even fine him for the money sign effectively. So, it's like, bro, and the heat pack thing, like, could have caused an injury.
Yeah.
And just once I remember just checking on Twitter. Let me type in Jamal Murray, see if he's got a suspension. And once I saw he didn't get this, I said, this is going to give the Nuggets extra life. And then, God, boy, they could have got swept if you went in Game 3.
Yeah. I don't think Jokic would have let that happen, but...
No. But it would have been really tough because it's just him.
Yeah,
just him, I say, but...
we've seen just him before.
Yeah. And it hasn't been great in the playoffs, so... Boy, all right, so you've got the Nuggets in 7. Do you know, I'm with you. I got Nuggets in 7 as well. Got Nuggets in 7. And then... OKC, the Mavs. Who have you got?
Boy, this is a good series, you know.
This might go down to the wire as well.
This one, I feel like, is definitely... This is the most guaranteed 7-game series. All of them have been going 7, in my opinion.
You got all...
But this is the most guaranteed one.
You got all of them 7. Shit.
2-1. I feel like the OKC are going to tie it up. All the games have been, apart from Game 1, have been quite close. So it's going to be, I feel like, the OKC tie it up tonight, 2-2. Go back home. I'm going Mavs in 7 though. I'm going away team. I'm not going OKC. I'm going Mavs in 7. Luka and Kyrie, dominance. I'm going to say experience shines through.
I got the Mavs going through as well, but in 6.
Okay, so you
think they're going to do what they did to the Clippers.
Okay, so they win tonight.
Is it even if they don't win tonight? They're winning Game 4 and 5. I mean,
Game 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Yeah.
If they don't win tonight.
Oh, okay, so they're winning one up.
Yeah. But I just think they're closing it in Game 6. They're going to be 3-2 up to close it in Game 6, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do.
Oh, okay.
And then shit, that will make it a Boston New York final, which is great for the NBA. But I've got the Pacers going if OG doesn't, and then we both got a Mavs Nuggets. Woof. With arguably the two best players in the NBA matching up, Jokic and Luka.
Yeah.
Will
be great TV.
Mate, spectacle.
Yes.
But this playoffs has been fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think it's been a blessing in disguise, the fact that the big names got knocked out early.
Yeah, because now everyone's got to speak about and watch everyone else. There's no LeBron's hype. It's, everyone likes to just talk about the Lakers when the Lakers are there. There's no KD hype. There's no Steph Curry.
Nope.
There's no Giannis.
No Embiid.
Main guys. You're at home.
Like all the top old guys, they're all out.
Yeah.
You got a couple of the main superstars are injured or out.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like, boy, this is the chance for instance, Luka to take the crown, Shea to take the crown, Ant-Man to take the crown. Like, bro, it's like, fam.
Jokic has got the crown.
Yeah. And like, you always want to see someone, you don't want to see them knock off defending champ, but you want the defending champs in a good position later on in the tournament to see if someone can actually take them out now or then with them fully healthy and stuff like that. So, and both, like, if the Timberwolves win, I wouldn't be surprised. Do you know what I mean? But if the Nuggets go through and face the Mavs and the Mavs were to win, I wouldn't be surprised either. So, like, those West teams, they might all batter each other by the time they face the Celtics in my eyes. So, that's the Celtics saving grace if they can blow teams. But we know they're the Celtics. They'll make their own fans sweat. So, but yeah, what we got? Song of the week. Song of the week.
I will go first.
Go on then, mate.
I am back in my R&B bag.
Yes.
Because I haven't been there for a while. Well, I have been, but I haven't been there for the song of the week. And my song of the week this week is by, rest in peace, to one of the greatest, Aaliyah. And the song is At Your Best.
Jeez.
Not the remix of You Know Who, but At Your Best, Aaliyah.
I hear it. We don't really name certain people in that. I get fair. My song of the week is, I believe it might be reggaeton, don't know, but I was hearing it a lot in Dior. And it's mad because one of the boys actually had to ask one of our other guys the name of the song, and it's from J1 called Anana.
Oh, okay.
So,
nice.
It's like, yeah. When you hear it, obviously,
yes,
you'll understand why it's the song of the week for me. You get me? Because it's the song of the holiday. So yeah, J1 Anana. So
makes sense.
We have a fast-paced tune, and yeah, out there by default, they naturally play like quite a bit of reggaeton and stuff like that. So yeah,
brand.
Yeah, no, definitely. So yeah, song of the week. Missed that. Obviously, I missed you guys. So obviously, I commented with my song of the week last week, but you lot said, so I was like, guys, I've missed the Kendrick and Drake battle. I can't really add to this in that aspect. And
sorry, a WizKid track. I said, nah, Jay, you can't be coming in WizKid. I don't care about that right now.
The worst thing, I asked in one of my group chats, I said, Mandem, please, can you name the diss tracks in order for me? So when I got time, I'm going to listen to them. Because I still haven't actually properly listened to all of them. So yeah, I knew you lot would side eye me when I put my WizKid track in.
I just looked at it.
I'm surprised you didn't delete the comment.
I said, this is the wrong time. I didn't even add it to the playlist. I just looked at it. This week, maybe next week.
Easy. We told you guys to put your comments, and the man them can't even accept my song.
Kendrick Lamar and Drake was the only important music last week.
Bro, I wasn't in the spirit of diss tracks last week. Get me? I was in the spirit of smooth music. Get me? Stirring my daiquiri and all that jazz, pina colada, tequila, anything. So definitely needs to catch up with that. And I know you and Deji must have thoroughly enjoyed the whole back and forth, because I literally, obviously, like, I'm on their time zone, so when they're releasing, when I was just scrolling the Twitter at the time, I'd seen it there and then, innit? Like when it's midnight there, for instance, I think Drake done his, and then Kendrick done his an hour later, and I just saw people on Twitter going nuts and stuff like that. I was like, shit, it's looking like it's good.
It was serious stuff.
And I know they're both they're both artists that are high on both you and Deji's playlists. So, yeah.
Serious stuff.
No, but yeah, I guess we can wrap it up. You know, been another great episode.
Yes.
Glad to be back, of course, with my boys with the TDL setup. Well, I say boys, but Deji's not here today. But TDL setup. And yeah, we're looking forward to more episodes to come. You get me? Like we always say, you guys throw in any suggestions, whether that's music or topics, anything you want us to discuss as well. Happily swing them our way. We're all ears, you get me? And we'll happily chat about them if we feel it's appropriate, which most things will be.
If it's not appropriate, send it to my DM. It might go on somewhere else.
Yes, yeah, that's true. That is very true. That is true. Shout out Chat Bros Chronicles. Shout out Chat Bros Chronicles. Resave. Yeah, what a guy. But yeah, as who likes to say? I don't even know.
Deji likes to say.
Shit, I don't even know who does what. Get me? It's even nuts because when I was rewatching back You Lot's one last week, I was like, oh, let me see how the intro looks. I was like, this is nice. Obviously, I usually do. I was like, shit. I was going to ask you to do it again today, but I knew you would have just said no.
It's your job.
But yeah, as Deji likes to say, and Jacob will say it.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
And Jacob.
Like and subscribe.
Get me. But yeah, as we always say, much appreciated the love, the sharing. I big up you lot that have been sharing. I've definitely been seeing it. I just like it. Some of it can be too much. I don't know on your side, so I don't always comment from my peoples that I like. But I've seen a lot over the last week whilst I've been away, because I'll have time to browse the gram and you know me, I got OCD. I like to clear our pod likes and stuff like that. But yeah, no, really appreciate everyone and just continue supporting us, and we shall try and create and give you guys the content that you want and you need. Definitely. Get me? But yeah, Joe, I'm signing out.
Jacob, signing out.
Punta Cana, Santo Domingo, amigo.
Thank you for listening.
Peace.